What's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new playthrough on this channel. This is made by Nintendo. That's kind of your first hint. Developed by HAL Laboratory. That is your second hint. And Jack and Beans developed this game also. So we got a kid around with the camera, and yeah. So we got this little brown-haired kid with the camera, and hold on, he's looking left and right, and look, there's a creature. It's he gets some really bad shots of the creature. And and the creature teleports off, and I guess he just decides to become a photographer because of his bad shots. Now rambling aside, it's about to show what game this is, but you probably couldn't tell. You probably could already tell if you're reading the title, but this is Pokemon Snap for the N64. Really underrated game, actually. It's basically this will be a shorter playthrough because let's just say if you know what you're doing, this game can be completed in like an hour, basically. So, and we're gonna start a new game, and the continue as my practice playthrough. Now, the interesting thing about this character, you can name it. Now, this guy's default name is Todd Snap, which he was a minor character in the Pokemon anime, so he was in a few episodes. They pretty much made a whole game surrounding him, so we're not going to go with his default name. We'll just go with ourselves. Not two R's, but... And there's Professor Oak. Hello there, Bear. I'm Oak, the Pokemon Professor. The reason I invited you here is this Pokemon report. I'd like you to take some pictures of Pokemon for the Pokemon report. Here on Pokemon Island, wild Pokemon can be found everywhere. This is my new invention, the 01 vehicle. You can take over this on your trip. The 01 vehicle is constantly moves you to the goal gate. Shall I repeat this information? No, thank you. So yeah, I'll teach you how to take pictures in the first course. I'm counting on you, Bear. So yeah, this is the first course. This is the beach level. So now this is tutorial is press Z to aim, press A to shoot, and press Z to aim, press A to shoot, and it looks like we're all getting Pidgey. So to try to take a lot of Pokemon. So yeah, your goal in the levels is to try to take a Pokemon picture. Now, in order to advance in the game, you either need to get a certain amount of Pokemon, or in some levels, you're going to need to do a specific task in the level. So you want to get the pictures as big as possible, and you want it in the middle of the frame. So I just got this Butterfree, but I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't think I can get a better shot of that Butterfree. So basically, you essentially, if you go over there, there's a Lapras. And so yeah, this Pokemon, we know what it is, but yeah, we can't analyze it yet. But now that's a that should be a better shot of a Butterfree. Now, essentially Pokemon Snap is, there's only 63 Pokemon in the whole game out of the original 151 Pokemon, so, and on top of that, there's only 7 levels, so basically, if you know what you're doing, this game can be beaten in like an hour. So I think I'm going to record this whole game. I'm also playing this off my N64 because I tried playing off the Switch Online re-release, and the problem was like the control stick was too like jittery and like all over the place, where the 64, so because like the problem with playing 64 games on a re-release is mostly due to the fact that a lot of these games were designed with the N64 controller in mind. So yeah, as you can see, I got I didn't get the Butterfree, but hold on, I think there should be, never mind. I thought there was gonna be a Pokemon there, but I'm thinking of later. But there's a Doduo. You essentially want to get multiple shots of these Pokemon, and the best ones essentially make the because you will get graded at the end of every level. So there's an Eevee. We can't exactly figure what this one is. So, but we did get a couple Eevee shots, and over there is actually, oh, I missed the Lapras. But there's a Kangaskhan. He is not moving. I got a few Lapras shots, so now here's a little thing. You can actually take pictures of photos from behind. And actually, in my first playthrough, I just kept taking Pidgey ass shots, but the problem is I'll go into more into it later. So yeah, that was the beach level. So yeah, let's see. We've taken a total of 31 pictures. Now we essentially want to send these into Professor Oak to get them graded. So you can go through all your Pidgey shots, and yeah, that is by far the best Pidgey shot we've gotten. So this seems, well, that's the better Dodo result. Now he's gonna grade it based on the size, the pose, and if it's in the middle or not. So. Okay, do I have a better Butterfree? I think I'll go with this one because he'll also grade it based on this other Pokemon in the same shot. So, which of the Lapras is the best? Actually, the first Lapras is the best. So, we'll go with that one. And Meowth, I like this one, but I think that's a special Pokemon shot, which we'll go into more of those later. But however, I think I'll choose this one because I like this one the most. So. And Eevee, that's the better Eevee shot. And Kangaskhan, that's not going to be a very good shot, but there's better ways to get him shot later. But now we can show these Professor Oak. Now, one thing I will say about this game is that what you may think is a good shot, Professor Oak doesn't always agree. Let's just see. So, size is 420. It's so 1,000 points. So, technique, same Pokemon are in the frame, so that's 3,070 points. And Doduo is 470 size, 1,000 score, and technique is 2. And he says, and Pikachu is 580 size, 800 pose, and there's gonna be better Pikachu shots we'll get later, but and Lapras is 310, pose is 1,000. Yeah, wonderful indeed. And Butterfree is 330. 800 and same Pokemon. So yeah, I went with that one because it was the same Pokemon in the shot. But Meowth is 760, 1,000, and Eevee is 400 size, 800 pose. Now here's one of my favorite things. Also, say you get a bad shot, 420 size pose. It's not very good. Yeah, he says that. So it disappoints Pokemon before back from behind. So yeah. When I was a kid, my first playthrough, I kept trying to get Pidgey Ash shots only to keep getting bad scores. So I'll help you out once you have more Pokemon pictures. So yeah, we get the Pokemon report, which means this basically gives us the list of Pokemon we have. So we've gotten most of the ones in the beach level. We also get to see our best shot, which is the Meowth. So yeah, now we're gonna go to the next level, which is the, I'm not gonna save just yet. We're gonna go to the tunnel. Now, in order to unlock these levels, you either need to A, get a specific amount of points or Pokemon or whatever, or B, some levels, though, you need to get do a specific task in the level. Now, this Pikachu, actually, I think you actually get a special Pokemon shot. So, if you get Pikachu riding on Electrode, Professor Oak will like this. So, there's a Electabuzz. And I think Voltorb exploding actually is a special shot, but there's a way you can make a Electrode explode on command, but we can't exactly do that yet. Hold on. If only this damn Electabuzz isn't in the way. Okay, let's see if we can make that Electabuzz. Well, we can take a really good Electrode right here. So keep in mind, this game came out in 1999, so it's essentially all Gen 1 Pokemon. I didn't exactly get that Zubat, but Zubat can be a pain in the ass, actually, to get a shot of, but there's a Pikachu, but there's going to be better use of Pikachu later. This over here is if we can get a shot of it, that's a question mark. I think this is going to be a Pokemon that's water, which is gonna be a hold on a second. It's gonna be a Magikarp. And hold on, there's gonna be another Zubat. So okay, there's a Zubat. Now there's gonna be a Diglett, but I want to get a closer shot. So let's see. I'll wait till it gets really close, because if you take a picture of the Diglett. You can take a picture of the Diglett, and Pikachu will follow it, and then another Diglett, and then Pikachu will follow it, another Diglett, and then eventually what will happen is a Dugtrio will show up. So yeah, we've gotten both Diglett and Dugtrio. And let's see, I think there's gonna be multiple Dugtrios, so And I think we missed our opportunity to get multiple Doug Trio. So yeah, and there's gonna be this electrode, but there's gonna be Magnemite, but there isn't really, we can't really take a picture of it yet, so we're gonna need to find a way to take a picture of it. And also, if you get the 3 magnetons together, Magnemite said it'll become a magneton. So yeah, we've now started to wrap up with the tunnel course. Come on. That's the thing, like, you can quit levels, but I like to run through them the first time, but to show them off, so. Now let's get our pictures graded. Let's see, let's see what our, let's see, so yeah. You can also use the album mark, but we're gonna use Pikachu, okay, this is the better Pikachu electrode shot, so. And this would be, okay, I have two Electabuzz, so that's the better electrode, so we'll go with that. And it looks like that's the better Kakuna, so Zubat, do I have any better? Okay, I like this Zubat more. And Diglett, okay, that's the best Diglett of the 3, so. And this will actually be a Haunter, believe it or not. That Pokemon from earlier, that was a question mark. I'll go with that Doug Tree because there's other Doug Tree on the shot. So let's get it graded. Let's do this. And Pikachu is wow, isn't this Pikachu on a ball? So yeah, it's a special Pokemon, so 600 and 350, 1,000. Also, if you get a shot of a Pokemon that's better than the last shot, that adds to your point total. So. And 380 size, 750 pose, and okay, so in the middle of the frame, and 230 size, 800 pose. It's not in the middle of the frame, so. And Electabuzz, 790 size, 900 pose, 3,380 size. So Zubat is 550 size, 1,000 pose, and we got 3,100 points. Haunter is 330 size, 800 pose, and 2260. All right, Diglett. All right, so that was a good Diglett. Doug Trio is. That's a better Doug Trio than I thought it was gonna be. And wait, Bear. Let's return to the lab. So yeah, I've already got 15 kinds of Pokemon.
Welcome back.
Dig pictures at a good pace to make you work easier. Here's a present for you. We're going to take Pokemon here. Just like to get big Pokemon. This is the apple. So basically, we can lure these Pokemon in, and we can lure these Pokemon in as bait. So we're gonna go back to the beach level. So because there's a few things we can do there with the apple. So first of all, there's another Pikachu special shot we can take. So if you go back to these levels, it's also great if to try to see if you can improve on your score from before. So if you go to this Pikachu over here, he's gonna follow the bait. So if you get him over to the surfboard, we're not gonna get him over to the surfboard. Jesus Christ! Come on, Pikachu, get over to the surfboard. Am I failing at this? All right, there we go. All right, so we got Pikachu on the surfboard. Problem is, it's not the best Pikachu surfboard shot I've taken, but Pikachu surfboard is a special shot. So, see if we can try to improve on our Butterfree. So yeah, essentially, we're trying to get a couple new Pokemon. We're trying to get to, we're trying to try to see if we can improve on the score from before. So, and yeah, it's a little, I'll just, one thing you can do is you can quit courses on demand. Once I get that Pokemon I want, I'll just quit the course. So, and see if I can get a better Lapras. Also, I think if the Pokemon is eating the bait, like, and you take a picture of it, I think that adds to your score. So, also, if you throw an apple into the water, hold on a second, let me just try to see if I can do it. The odds are Magikarp will spawn out, so like that. So I actually didn't even get that Magikarp grade from before, so it's a good thing I caught that. So So yeah, this will be a 100% walkthrough, meaning we'll be doing all 63 Pokemon. So first of all, if we throw this apple at this little Pokemon over here, this is a Chansey. So, and Chansey is eating the bait. So make sure we get that. And if we go to if we throw the apple to Kangaskhan, we can actually get a better shot of the Kangaskhan. And I think if we throw an apple into the water, I missed the opportunity. But if you throw it in the water, you can actually we're gonna quit the course, but you can actually get a better shot of the Lapras. So, all right. So let's see if this Dodo is better than the last one, and which Pikachu. Okay, that's the better Pikachu surfboard shot. Not the ideal though. Let's try this Butterfree. Try a Magikarp. And that's the better Chansey of the two. So Kangaskhan, that's the better Kangaskhan. So, all right, let's do this. And 470, same size. It's the same score as last time. Which picked? Yeah, I've never seen that before actually. Special. All right, so yeah, that's not a. We're gonna have to go back later and try to see if we can get that shot. So Butterfree, nah, it's not as good as the last one. Magikarp. Well, like Pichu was following the damn bait. Anyway, 940. I thought that's a really good Chansey. We didn't get it eating the bait, unfortunately, but Kangaskhan is 1,000, 800, 3,600. We got there's a hidden path in the tunnel, so yeah. So we're gonna go to the tunnel one last time, and we're gonna if my control stick can respond, but we're gonna go to the tunnel one last time. So see if we can get a better shot of the Pikachu Rhino Ball. All right, so. That's now I want to try to see if I can get a shot of Electrode exploding, because that's a special picture. So yeah, that would not be a better Cocoon than the last one. So all right, let's that's all right, so we got a couple oh wait, no, I missed the opportunity to get a good I missed the opportunity to get a good Kakuna because I was too focused on trying to get a special shot. So you can lower that Pikachu. We can't crack that egg until much later in the game. So and Magikarp, come out. I want a better Magikarp. That's the Magikarp I should have gotten the first time, but I forgot. So see if we can get a better Zubat. I don't think we really need a better Zubat. So try to see if we can get a better Doug Trio. I don't think we got as good a Doug Trio as we could have gotten. So and that's a good Diglett at least. So Doug Trio, that's a really good Doug Trio right there. So and okay, that's another really good Doug Trio. So yeah, you remember those Magnemites from earlier? And remember that when we're trying to say that Electro from earlier. Now if we lure the Magnemites with apples, we can get a picture of them. But we want to actually lure the three together, so I'm gonna screw this up. We'll have to come back here later, so come on. We blow that thing up. I screwed that up, so we will quit the course, get our Pokemon graded, and then I'll cut to when we're back at the that area. So we'll get our Pokemon graded, and then I'll just cut out the footage. So, okay, I think that's a better Pikachu ball shot. So, not the most in the middle of the frame, but okay, that's a great exploding Electrode. But he also doesn't like if more of the Pokemon's on the shot, so you never know. So let's try that Magikarp. I don't think that's gonna be as good as Zubat. That's a better Haunter, and that is definitely a better Dugtrio, and I don't think that's as good a Diglett. So I guess we'll. Oh wait, I'm forgetting the Magnemite and Magneton. Yeah, Magneton's not gonna be a very good score. I'm not sure if Magnemite's gonna be a very good score either. And Pikachu, okay, that's a lot better than before. And Kakuna is okay, it's an improvement. And I guess we have to and unfortunately I guess we have to run through the 520. That's a better, that looks like a better Magikarp. Haunter, that's actually a worse Haunter than I thought it was gonna be. And Dugtrio, yeah, that's definitely a better Dugtrio. And Magnemite, yeah, you were close. And yeah, because it was behind, so we'll go through the tunnel and we'll go through the tunnel, and unfortunately I have to cut to where we're at the Electrode. All right, so back where the Electrode was, we just gotta throw an apple at it. I'm not really caring about getting high scores, so as long as we get that, as long as we can advance in the story, so come on. Hit the damn, all right, there we go. Because, yeah, that's the problem, it has to be within view, so the Electrode blows up that wall, and so yeah, I'm not really caring too much. We're not even gonna go to Professor Oak, so welcome back. Barry, you found a split in the path. According to my research, that split should link to a new course I made from my tiny lab. You should go right away. So yeah, we've now unlocked the volcanoes. Now I'm gonna cut it off as part of Pokemon Snap. So next time on Pokemon Snap, we're gonna go to the volcanoes. See you guys then.